Oh my God. We Chelsea preparing an announcement for the change of ownership. Change of ownership is finally complete, ladies and gentlemen. Let's let's celebrate and let's look forward to the future massively.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
Right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a mixture of Chelsea transfer bonanza and obviously an update to the Chelsea takeover ownership, a bit of Chelsea news blitz too. So this is fantastic. Look at this. Chelsea are preparing an announcement for the change of ownership. So it's all done and dusted now. We're just literally waiting for a big official announcement. Everything has been ticked off in terms of ownership, tick from Premier League, tick from Chelsea, tick from the government, tick from Europe, tick from everywhere. There shouldn't be any more hurdles from here on in, and we shall see this be announced. So now we're in a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where we can truly go out there and start negotiate. I'm pretty sure the conversations with certain agents have already started. Players going out, players coming in. It's going to be a mad summer. Let's make the most out of it. This is what happened literally about 6-7 hours ago. Breaking: the UK government have approved the sale of Chelsea, license to be issued for takeover by Boehly consortium to go ahead. This is what was happening in recent times. This is from Matt Law. Chelsea's new era. Tuchel scraps his summer holidays. Boehly to spend a lot of time in London. The squad headache that could be a big opportunity. How Chelsea is expected to change. There's a lot that's happening. We're going to elaborate all of this, but this is a nice breakdown from Matt Law. Matt Law has updated his article from yesterday where he talks about the 200 million war chest and how everything has been, sort of ticked from the Premier League, from government, from Europe perspective for the takeover. Todd Boehly is ready to hand Thomas Tuchel 200 million to spend this summer after his takeover was finally sealed by government. The EPL and European commissions are expected to confirm the deal this morning. This probably already happened because the announcement from Chelsea will come very, very soon. This is great news. At the end of the day, 200 million, look, I think that's fine. We cannot expect everything to happen in one window. It's going to take multiple windows to make sure we compete solidly with Manchester City and Liverpool. This is probably a net figure as well. Going to let go a lot of players, which is going to bring us a bit of money. And then obviously Todd Boehly will throw in some of the money for the budget as well. So 200 million is absolutely fine. We cannot go out there and waste that. We have to be so careful. Our scouts better do a madness. Obviously, Jules Koundé is probably one of them that's in the bag, and then from there on, we'll see what we can do. Someone like Declan Rice, 120 million. Apparently, West Ham wants. If we provide that, we should probably have him, but we shouldn't go and do that. It's very important we figure out what sort of philosophy we want to play our football next season in terms of attack and defense, and then let our scouts do the madness. We do need a director of football. I don't want to sit here and just allow Thomas Tuchel whatever players that he feels that he thinks is good for the club. I've got complete faith in Thomas Tuchel, but at the end of the day, he's not a scout. He needs help from that department. He likes Declan Rice. He likes Vardiol, that half the Chelsea fan base don't seem to like. So when he likes Rice, everyone's on board. When he likes Vardiol, not everyone's on board. So this is the thing. And he wants Azpilicueta to stay as well. So it's only when you don't like someone, that's when Thomas Tuchel doesn't seem to know what he's doing. But when he likes Rice, so the bottom line is we need director of football. We need proper philosophy. And then, yes, ultimately the tick of approval should come from Thomas Tuchel as well, of course. If there's one player that he truly thinks will elevate the way he plays his football, it should be considered. But we need to be careful how we spend our money. Chelsea now intend to model themselves on Liverpool, who have managed to compete with Manchester City for Premier League titles by making signings specifically suited to their managers' footballing philosophies. Exactly what I said. We have to be very, very smart. We cannot take that 200 million and go out there and just spend it on anyone. We need to make sure data analysis does it fit the way Thomas Tuchel wants to play. Thomas Tuchel last season played with fluid front three. Then we got Lukaku. Did it fit the situation? This is what I mean. We need a proper committee that looks into all of this because we don't have Roman anymore. We cannot make 100 million mistake and then expect our owners to come and rectify that situation. It's simply not going to happen. We make a mistake of that manner, we are going to have a setback. So this is going to be a rebuild. We can't expect to compete for the title next season, in my opinion. So it's very important. Every single window we make absolutely brilliant decisions. We stuff up one of the windows, those brothers, Liverpool and Man City, are only going to keep going away and going away. When was the last time Liverpool and Man City made a mistake in any of the transfer window? Not that many. Even players like Grealish, who seems like they were a mistake, even they've turned out to be okay-ish, I suppose. It's not that detrimental. But then again, that's Man City. We cannot operate in that manner. Liverpool hardly has made a mistake. We need to emulate that. And I've got no issues emulating the way Liverpool has been running because they are competing year in, year out for God knows how long now, almost about 4 to 5 seasons. Leeds want around 50 to 55 million for Rafinha this summer. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I like this player. I really do. I've advocated for Chelsea to get this player previously, but the latter half of last season that just finished, I wasn't totally impressed by the way he played. And also 50 to 55 million seems a bit too steep as well. I know Leeds are now still in the Premier League, and that's probably why the money is that much. My first preference is Ousmane Dembele. If not, Sterling is a good shout as well. Riyad Mahrez, we've been linked with, he's a good shout as well. Rafinha, look, when you think about Ousmane Dembele, he's going to be on a free. Yes, there's going to be agent fees, there's going to be signing on bonus, but it's going to be nowhere near 50 to 55 million. Let's say about 20 million, right? And then you can use the remainder money to provide the wages because his wages are going to be high, considering he's going to come on a free. And that would be a statement purchase. Rafinha, you're going to spend 50 to 55 million. And then on top of that, there's wages. So I'm not really sure where we really stand with Rafinha. I think there are better players out there. Even Bowen from West Ham. Look, taking nothing away from Rafinha. If this happens, great. We could probably make some money by letting go of Werner. Pulisic seems a bit dodgy as well lately. He probably wants to leave. We could make some money there. So we could probably net that out after selling those players. So look, I'm okay if it happens, but I feel like there could be better options out there. Definitely with Ousmane Dembele. Chelsea remain in the window to sign Kalidou Koulibaly, who has an initial valuation of 40 million. Look, I got a really good message from Marvo. Thank you so much. Shout out to Marvo, who watches the channel, supports the channel massively, always keeps me updated with all the news. Apparently, Kalidou Koulibaly got an offer from Napoli and he's rejected that. So watch this space. This would be a perfect replacement for Rudiger, in my opinion. And we should be on top of this particular transfer, if I'm being absolutely honest. Wealth of experience and kind of leadership as well that we need. Tuchel has warned Boehly he faces an impossible job to catch up to Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp in one summer, with serious investments required to replace outgoing defenders. 100% agreed. If we as a fan base believe that we're going to start competing from next season, we're having one. We're absolutely having one. We need to humble ourselves. We need to rebuild this season, replace the stars that are going to be leaving and that have already left, and then from that, really trying to improve every single window. Even January window, we have to be very, very vigilant in every single window now to improve. Thomas Tuchel is growing increasingly frustrated with Chelsea's enforced inactivity in the market and wants to address deficiencies in the squad. Look, he doesn't need to be frustrated anymore. Announcement is just around the corner now. Several people close to the process said Boehly's bid was selected due to its willingness to agree to the clauses. One of the people who worked on Paluca's bid said their group pulled out due to these clauses. As you guys remember, those clauses were that you can't sell Chelsea within the first 10 years. You got to spend X amount of money. There was a Glazer clause as well. You cannot be pulling money out of the club. Take the profit out. You need to reinvest, so on and so forth. So look, I'm pretty sure Todd Boehly and his consortium are here for the long run, which is fantastic. Breaking, Todd Boehly is expected to spend significant time in London this summer to hold talks with Thomas Tuchel and other significant heads of the club, which is fantastic. This is exactly what needs to happen. Boehly's group rate Tuchel as one of the very best in the world. Look, for me, ladies and gentlemen, after Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola, I can't think of another manager that is of that level of Thomas Tuchel. We've got the next best thing, and we've got a particular manager that is capable of probably getting to that level of Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp. So we need to ensure we hold on to him. This is fine. Significant time in London. Todd Boehly probably needs to spend the entire summer doing all sorts of business, talking to Thomas Tuchel, philosophy, footballing philosophy. I want to see a clear way of how we attack and how we defend next season. Very, very important. Tuchel has remained at his house near Cobham to engage in transfer meetings. He might have a break later in the summer if the situation allows it, but he hasn't planned anything and his main priority is to navigate his way through the squad overhaul. Brilliant. This is what Thomas Tuchel was saying as well. No holiday for him, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely no holiday. Maybe once the initial sort of situation has been taken care of, maybe he can have a break later on down the track. Look, he definitely does need break as well. There's no doubt about that. But right now, there is no time for break because of all the sanctions and whatnot that has happened. It sort of set us back. So he needs to stick around. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, Marcos Alonso, Kepa Arrizabalaga, Timo Werner, Hakim Ziyech, Christian Pulisic, Ross Barkley, and Kennedy will be open to moves if Chelsea receive bids. So a lot of players looking to leave, ladies and gentlemen, which is absolutely fine. These players, look, as much as I want Hakim Ziyech to stick around, at the end of the day, there's always been rumor that he's probably gonna move on. And for me, if we cannot find a system that suits him, gets the best out of him, then let's cash in and move on from that. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know how you feel about everything we've spoken about. We are now officially ended the saga of Chelsea ownership. The announcement will happen very, very soon. Kudos to all of us. Congratulations to all the Chelsea fans out there, including myself. We can now completely focus on the summer. Lots of business to do, lots to talk about. So, yeah. If you've enjoyed this, smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, see ya.